Okay, so a lot of people have been asking me how or why I went to nursing school here in Canada, and in this video I will be explaining 3 reasons why I think studying is better than going through all the complicated high risk nursing assessment for nurses to register as a nurse here in Canada. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. This is Fabb, the fabulous life-saving goddess here on YouTube. So I would be giving like personal reasons as well as things that I have observed that might be applicable to some person. So the first and the major reason why I chose like the international student path for my registration is because it is definitely the fastest way to be a nurse here in Canada. So I met a lot of internationally educated nurses. I have aunts who are nurses. My grand aunt is a nurse. Their friends are mostly Filipino, and most of them went to like the assessment pathway. So what I have noticed is like IENS tend to go here in Canada on a closed work permit and then work there for at least 2 years to gain their PR or permanent residence. And then when they get their PR, they would only then start their nursing registration process, which is a very lengthy process to start with. Then after that assessment, they're gonna do like, it's quite high risk because like you either get to just do courses or study for a year, study for 2 years, or study the whole 4-year bachelor course, which is like, that's why for me it's like quite high risk. The tendency is like a nurse, an internationally educated nurse would gain their license after like 4 to 5 years because of like that usual process. On the other hand, if you do the international student pathway, basically you're studying for the maximum of 2 years. In my case, I was notified that they're fast tracking everything, so I might take my course for at least a year and a half. After that, I am already eligible for NCLEX. I could write the NCLEX. Even if I don't write it right away, I have provisionary registration, meaning like I don't have my NCLEX result yet, but I can work as a nurse already. So after that assessment, you still need to study, and you don't know like how well you will be able to prepare for that assessment for you to like show that you're very knowledgeable. And like, it's not just the assessment day, you're gonna be evaluated with your education, your practice, and your registration in another country. So it's a lengthy process to start with, plus the years you need to wait for you to be permanent resident, which is really long time, at least 2 years. So I chose the international student pathway so that I can be a nurse faster. So that's my first and main reason for doing my international studies. The second reason for choosing like studying over the assessments is that for me, I think it would enhance like career prospects. I've mentioned this in a lot of other videos that I have plans of like going to like the professor route or like being able to teach. I would be honored to have like a career that would be able to do some teaching. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it traditionally or like, I don't know, electronically or whatever, but I really have this passion for teaching, and so like someday I might want to be a professor. And I think having like the background of studying here, like experiencing like studying here in Canada or in Vancouver would like give me a higher chance of being accepted as a professor, because like, you know, I've been through it and I know the experience. I had hands-on experience about it. I've been through the process, so I would be able to teach more effectively and know what a student needs, or etc. Also, I also like, this is just my hunch, but it might greatly help if you are like aiming for advanced practice nursing, or like if you want to further your career into like a nurse manager, or like, I'm not familiar with all the supervisory nurse positions yet, but like, yeah, if you want to hold a position as a nurse manager, if you want to have these leadership positions, I think it would like increase your chances of, you know, but like, I think it's a combination of your knowledge, skills, and your attitude as well. But at least knowing that you've been through a college here in Vancouver, been through like a re-entry program, would increase your chances of getting the promotion or the position of managers. And last but not the least, I wasn't able to use this personally, but I have a lot of classmates who are thankful for this pathway because they were able to bring their spouse and their kids to Canada. So if you have the intentions of having your permanent residence here, working here for a long time, and if you have a husband or a wife, or if you had kids, then you are allowed to bring your spouse and your kids to Canada with you while you're studying. So most of my classmates who are married brought their spouses and kids, and it's a big adjustment for them as well. But you know, after studying and working, I think that it's really, if you have plans to move here as a family, like the student pathway is really nice because you get to bring your spouse, and your spouse has like an open work permit. Also, like for children for a certain age, like the primary school are free in Canada, and it was not applicable to me, but I believe like there are a lot of viewers out there who are married or who has children, and maybe they would want to bring their children here. So going through the international student pathway is really beneficial, not just for you, but for like your whole family. And that's about it. For me, I chose the international student pathway because it's the fastest. It is like, it can further your career, and you have this liberty to bring your spouse or children if you want to live, study, work here in Canada. And I think that's it for now. If this video was helpful to you, you can show your appreciation by liking this video, putting a thumbs up, commenting down below, and you know, subscribe if you haven't. And I would love to connect with you, so if you have the time, follow me on my Facebook and Instagram, and if you have questions, you could comment here or message me on Instagram and Facebook, and I will respond accordingly. And that's it. Thank you for watching as always, and I will see you on my next video. Aim high, Pinay. Aim high, Pinay. And remember, aim high, Pinay.